Coming up on Look Today, well, the Saratoga Performing Arts Center, in collaboration with Universal Preservation Hall and Proctors, will feature a very unique performance from a musical group from Pakistan. I've got details. Plus, Saratoga City Council discussed state law violations related to the city charter review process. More on that coming up. And the Adirondack Theatre Festival prepares for the second annual Adirondack Film Festival. It kicks off tomorrow. We've got details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm J. Hood Jackson. This is Look Today. Wow, in tonight's program, I sit down with Henry Ashton. He's Youth Program Director for the Adirondack A's. That's a Model A Ford Club. And he's here to talk about the Youth Restoration Program. I also sit down with Dr. Colin Morton. Now he's a cosmetic dentistry expert, and he's here to talk about his practice and the art and science of cosmetic dentistry. Very interesting. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, Saratoga Performing Arts Center, in cooperation with Universal Preservation Hall and Proctors, will present a very unique performance from a musical group from Pakistan, the sensational Sashal Ensemble. Now, they will perform at Proctors on October 28th and at SPAC on October 30th. Now, Sashal Ensemble are on their first U.S. tour. Now, they caught the attention of SPAC Executive Director and Proctors because of a documentary about the group called The Song of Lahore. Now, we spoke to Elizabeth Sobel. She's a president of SPAC.
I just hope people will come, have this really incredible experience. You can actually also see the video that I referred to where they take the brewback and the traditional Pakistani music. That's a really cool video.
Now, Elizabeth told me that she had seen that documentary and then contacted the group and was very instrumental in putting together the collaboration between those Pakistani musicians and some of our really well-known American jazz musicians. This is a performance you really want to see. Now, while we were there, we also spoke to Teddy Foster, Universal Preservation Hall, which, as you know, is affiliated with Proctors.
So when she came to me to talk about doing the Sashal Ensemble at the Little Theater in collaboration with UPH, I was really thrilled because we're out of our building. We're closed down for construction and will be for probably another over a year. So it was just really nice to have a partner in the community that was willing to work with us and do it in another place where the public could easily get to.
Well, I really encourage you to Google, look at the trailer for this film, and then you'll know much more about the ensemble. This is a performance I highly recommend you see. All right, in other news, well, Saratoga City Council met last night, and they discussed in further detail the proposed charter for changing government, City of Saratoga. Now, as you know, it's become a very complicated topic. Now, recently, the Charter Review Commission self-funded a mailer the new proposed city charter to the residents of Saratoga. Well, according to Commissioner John Frank, this is a violation of a state law. Well, we were at the council meeting last night where John spoke, requesting an investigation into the matter.
These circumstances appear to be a clear violation of not only election law, but also of open meetings law, municipal home rule law 36, city purchasing procedures, and city ethic rules. And so I respectfully request that the State Board of Elections commence an immediate investigation. While I understand that the failure to disclose campaign expenditures required to be reported at the County Board of Elections is typically left to the local board to investigate, I would ask you to consider whether the public interest would be better served by having the State Board investigate this matter. Thank you for your consideration. Respectfully, John P. Frank.
Now, as you know, you can see the Saratoga City Council meetings in their entirety unedited. This one went 5 hours, by the way. We broke it into 3 parts. You can go to our website, looktvonline.com, and you can find the schedule there. And just one quick look out to Bruce Cerrone and everybody at Pinnell's. They underwrite the Saratoga City Council meetings. All right, switching from news to weather. Beautiful day of sunshine Temperatures were in the high 60s. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather update. National forecast shows plenty of high pressure, although there's a warm front out towards the Rockies. Cold front making its way through portions of the Midwest, but it's a weak one. High pressure in control for much of the Northeast, and temperatures will be very fall-like, upper 30s to lower to mid-40s across the board, 50s along the Northeast coast. 42 in Boston Spawn, 41 in Greenwich, 41 also in Rye-Hall towards Glens Falls. Overnight lows will be expected about 41 degrees up in elevation. Johnsburg and Pottersville, upper 30s for lows. We will see mostly clear skies, but keep in mind there could be some patchy fog late with that south breeze going calm. 41, as I mentioned earlier. 72, patchy fog will burn off. More sunshine, highs in the lower 70s. Out the door forecast, we could see some dense fog as we'll see sunny skies. Temperatures will still be in the lower 40s and near 50 through the end of the 8 a.m. hour. Extended forecast, we'll see a little bit of a cool down after 72 degrees for Thursday, but we'll only see 60s for highs as a cold front goes by. It's a weak one though, but it will make a difference in the temperatures. Of course, we'll only see a low at 39 degrees as we head towards Saturday morning, 68 the afternoon high. Sunshine continues, but then the next chance of showers on Monday, 68 the high temp, 50 the overnight low with winds out in the Northeast. So a great forecast is in store here in the Capital District, and that's a look at the first look weather update. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks a lot, Clarence. How about those temperatures? Aren't you sorry you covered over your pool? All right, back to the news. Here's a good one. Another presentation of the Rockman Record Club took place last night, Cafe Lena in Saratoga Springs. Now, Chuck Voskanyan, the president of the club, featured an in-depth look at the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and it was a huge success. Cafe Lena, full capacity. Now, congratulations to Chuck. And it's really interesting to see how this event has grown over the last, maybe it's 4 months. I was at the first one. 8 people were there last night, line around the block to get into Cafe Lena. Congratulations, Chuck. In other news, well, the Adirondack Theatre Festival is getting ready to present the second annual Adirondack Film Festival. Now, there will be 8 screens at 7 venues throughout downtown Glens Falls, all within walking distance from one another. And the festival kicks off tomorrow night at the Cool Insuring Arena. Well, we spoke to Chad Rabinovitz. He's producing artistic director of ATF.
What I love is that we're creating these events, not just films. So you go see Loving Vincent at the Hyde Museum. Everyone who buys a ticket to anything in the film festival, any pass, gets you complimentary access to the Hyde. But there's also going to be an art gallery featuring an original Vincent van Gogh. This film is made up of 65,000 paintings. Individual frames of paintings make up the whole film about Van Gogh's life and mysterious death. And then we have 2 of the artists who painted the film coming in to talk and do a Q&A. So you get so much more out of it than you can get anywhere else.
Please go to their website. You will not believe the list of films, the venues, the artists, and all of the people, the writers who will be in town. All right, up next, I sit down with Henry Ashton. He's Youth Program Director for the Adirondack A's. That's a Model A Ford Club, and they're here to talk about the Youth Restoration Program. You got to see this interview. Plus, I also sit down with Dr. Colin Morton. Now, he's a cosmetic dentistry expert, and he's here to talk about the practice and the art and science of cosmetic dentistry. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Andrew told me I talked too much, so we're almost out of time. I've only got one real good lookout for you tonight. You've seen these interviews I've done with Wellspring and Maggie Frank. Believe it or not, they're in second place nationwide, and because they're in the top 3, they just got another donation, $10,000. Please help Wellspring. It's all about domestic violence. Go to our Facebook page and you can get a link to find out the full story. And don't forget, tonight on Look TV, it's a Saratoga City Council meeting, part 1. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.